Alright.
So, I think everyone should a bit move on. Move to
Move.
Can everyone read the agenda on the screen?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, first, is everyone here?
I think
I
you're on
think
the
so.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, agenda. Any comments about agenda? It was in the meeting request, you could have seen it since
Yeah,
it
I
was
have one
Friday.
question. The role changing part.
Yeah,
Is it important?
I guess Mrs. Klaassen said in the PRS thing that she wanted us to change roles every meeting.
But
Yeah.
if we agree that these roles are just perfect for us.
I suggest that's right, the points on the agenda, so I suggest discussing that when it's on the agenda.
Okay.
Any other comments about the agenda?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Any comments about the minutes from last meeting?
I would say put them on the screen for a second.
Yeah, they were sent, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes.
They were nicely on time, by the way. That's good. You were the only one to be that early.
We signed the contract. Oh,
Oh yeah, read the contract.
Oh,
No, this is yes. Oh. These were the meetings.
Yeah, well, I had a remark indeed. The first line is actually misleading, I guess, because this week we are not creating a system. We are just
No, yeah, we
Yeah.
decided to make 2 concepts per person last
Yeah.
meeting.
I
But
meant the line in blue.
Oh,
oh.
no, that's indeed misleading.
Okay.
Please for you.
Our contract.
Okay, so any announcements from the tutor?
No.
Any announcements from group members? No.
No.
Nice. Okay, the business case, what we're doing. The state of requirements. We all made around 5
Statements of
statements, I guess.
yes.
User requirements.
User requirements.
Yeah, user
I'm not sure how they call it here, but
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have user and system.
yeah. So, I suggest just combining them into one list and we're done. Because we should do that. There was a weekly briefing saying that we should do it before the meeting,
Yeah.
but because we made an appointment to discuss this in this meeting, I decided to ignore the weekly briefing in this case. I'm not sure how to put it. So yeah, if someone can just add them together.
I can write them together in one list.
I
Yeah,
can
in a
also-
Word document or something like that. Then we can just make a full.
Now or?
No, wait to the end of the
Okay.
meeting.
Oh, okay.
That would be nice. So I guess that's the first action point for someone.
Yeah, but we can also discuss it right now.
We can also
Oh.
discuss it right now. if you
Because
want.
otherwise, I think we are done in like.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
true. Yeah.
So-
that's
Okay.
If we discuss it now, we can also. It's automatically also in the minutes, and then you have it documented.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe each one reads is.
Yeah, I think that works out for you. I
Yeah.
guess. First, shall I start? By the way,
Yeah,
okay.
we can order.
The device should be moving the ball as fast as possible, and it should be less than 120 seconds, but that was in the middle. So the last thing is a hard requirement. The first thing is more user requirement. It should be as simple as possible, and I would like it to be self-controlling, but that might be not possible. So if it is, no, it would be nice. Also, the maximum area
What do you mean by self-controllable?
that
Remote
we
control.
that we're not using a controller to move it. That the robot is finding
Automated.
its spot.
Yeah.
But I made a quick look at the touch max kit, and it doesn't seem like there are enough sensors in it to made that possible.
Mm.
So, yeah, we should look better to that. The object should be maximum 45 by 30 centimeters. That was straight from the project guide. And a maximum of 3 points to the ground if it's a moving object.
Sorry, can you repeat the last part?
Maximum 3 points to the ground. So not making a four-wheel construction or those kind of things.
Okay.
Those were my 5 requirements.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
You can just skip the things that were already said.
Yeah, sure. Well, I still agree on the four-wheel design. And mine is actually more into the design. So the first one is the conveyor should have non-slippery surface so that the ball can't easily move. And the front wheel should be able to turn. And the ball should not be able to fall when the robot makes any kinds of moves, of course. But he said that the robots should be able to move as fast as possible. So we have to figure out how to do it by not letting the ball fall easily.
You mentioned conveyor belt.
The surface of the where we put the
Yeah,
ball.
okay.
Sorry.
Because
Yeah.
it's not required that it is a conveyor belt, right?
yeah.
You can also, I don't know, shoot it or
Okay.
Yeah.
in any other way propel the subject from A to B.
Okay. And for the design, it should be easy to carry and not easy to break. I think that's all.
So, first of all, I think remote control, if we can use remote control, that would be really nice, because we can basically control the robot and make him go wherever we want, like from point A to point C, through the point B, without any problems in program. Program gonna be really way easier.
What
Then-
is your demand? Can you sum it up for Lynn to make it easier to take the minute?
Hmm?
Sorry?
Well, can you say it in one
Oh, yeah.
sentence for
Remote control program, much easier than just
Automated.
a program, yeah. Also, I think the fastest construction of the robot and the best one to control is 2 wheels with 30 point of. Remember we had in Mindstorm
Yeah, the balance.
Yeah.
the balance thing,
the
yeah,
balance
balance ball. Right, and that's gonna be, first of all, like 2 wheels are gonna be enough to make the robot fast and really great to control it. I mean, movements, right, left, so on. Then cargo hold in a form of a cup. Sorry, Zenas. Cargo hold in the form of a cup. We can just put the ball in, and that's it. We can shake the robot. We can run really fast. We can do whatever, and the ball will be in the cup.
I don't think that's a user requirement, is it? Is that a
Uh,
user requirement or would that be a design choice?
That-
I think it's a design choice. You're one step ahead, right?
Oh, maybe. I mean, that's both my requirement as a user,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and design requirement, because I think that's initial for the robot to make it.
Well, then
Safer.
also the non-slippery surface is a design
That
requirement.
also
Kind of.
tends to go in that direction indeed.
So we should not like consider that.
Yeah,
Right
because
now.
I think, and that's also the reason why I interrupted in that one. In this stage, I think you should think freely. And that's something that, in general, students do a lot better than experienced engineers. Because we see all the limitation on all the different possibilities for the solution.
Yeah.
So I would say, for this moment, leave out the restrictions and just think freely
Like,
what
I want robot
the
to
end
be red.
user would actually want, instead of already narrowing down into one direction.
So that's like I want the robot to be red or something like that.
Yeah, could be a requirement.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want the robot to be red.
And indeed, the speed could be a thing that's easily something a customer would be interested in.
Well, I thought about we need to get from point A to point C through point B, but we have like 2 minutes for this and 2 minutes for the robot, really small robot on the 2 wheels. That's more than enough. I mean, we don't need to be that fast as required, I think, by us.
Yeah, but we just received the coordinates from A to C, so we have to also.
Yeah, we need to follow the
Actually,
coordinates
yeah.
first of all,
Mhm.
but we need to remember that we have more than enough time. And I don't know, sensors, if needed, is that user requirement or design requirement? Like
User.
sensors?
No, because
It's
the
what you
user
want.
requirement would be indeed, I want it to be self-controlled. That would be something that an end user is interested in. He is
Mhm.
not interested in how you do it. So if you need sensors, that's more into the design.
Okay, I want the
Is
robot to
it?
have sensors. Just in case, sensors for not to bump into something
Yeah.
or to
Yeah, but
follow
if-
the line.
Yeah, so
Uh,
then
is
that is the requirement. I want the robot not to bump into stuff.
Yeah.
The user doesn't.
Doesn't know about sensor.
Yeah, let's say that's your girlfriend or your mother, I don't know, somebody non-technical, your dad. Doesn't matter, but he only sees what he wants. He doesn't see how he wants it. That's what we, in a later stage, what you are going to do.
Okay.
So he
So the step
indeed
back.
could ask for, I want a machine for moving a subject from A to B, and I don't want it to run into things.
Uh-huh.
But he isn't aware of the existence of sensors. Let's
Okay.
put it like that.
So if I have like the robot should have our team logo on it. Is that still a user
Yeah,
requirement?
that could
Oh,
be
yeah,
an
it's a nice
environment.
environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yes,
Sinners?
and second. Yes.
Okay, so you all mentioned most of my points.
Oh, okay. Just a
Other
bit.
thing, I want the robot to find the fastest way to A to Z.
Like
From
Google
A
Maps.
to C. Yeah, like something like that. And I want the robots to have hands.
Hands.
Yeah,
Hands.
to to have hands, and the robot to recognize the ball.
Oh.
So that robot can take the ball,
Mhm.
put it in a cup hold, then
Yeah,
bring
but
the ball to the
maybe
point.
that's a little bit too far thinking. 'cause
Yeah, I
concept-
guess
Yeah,
that's
it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
more like for the brainstorming part,
Yeah,
the
so
concept part. So
if, to keep it simple, for me then, I just want the robot to find the fastest way from
Cool.
point A to C.
Mhm.
Can I add something?
Yes.
The fastest way from point A to point C,
To B.
should be, that's like the way we choose. That's why that's points for self-control,
No,
remote
but,
control.
no,
for
but
the-
if you put different routes for A to C,
Yep.
I want the robot to
Recognize the fastest.
fastest route on itself.
Oh, so if the robot would be autonomous,
Yes.
so the robot could find
Find
the
the
fastest way.
Just like Google Maps shows you the longest way, but
Yeah.
there's a shorter way.
Yeah.
You
I
can
got
it can recognize the shorter way.
Yeah, nice idea.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Yeah, actually all my points were really said.
okay,
I
then
just have like one little consideration about what we all said. I think we should like really make up our mind about like whether it should like be remote, like controlled with a remoter or not,
control.
or
Or
remote
au-
control.
or automatic,
Thank you.
okay.
Or not, because for example, if we are controlling it and we're giving the direction to the robot, I don't think it like needs sensors to avoid
Yeah,
obstacles.
true.
Yeah.
No, so
Yeah.
we should really make up our mind about that.
Is it possible to make this robot remote controlled? I mean, not technically, but is there restriction?
we can just remake it remote control. The kit is just It has even a remote control inside.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh.
yeah, I think
So-
we made that one.
But that
online.
is if we get the kit that I showed.
Yeah,
Because
but
we,
First of all, we need to get a key.
yeah, we first
Yeah.
we need to get
And
the
then we can choose whether
Uh,
We can choose
yeah.
Because I'm
Cool.
not
we're
sure.
enrolled or not.
Because I did some research about the Tetrix Max and I saw a kit, but I don't know if it's that one that we'll get. So maybe we
Yeah.
So there are basic kits, and there are also a couple of like extension kits available. But those are not available for everybody. So if you have an ID and you want to use the extension kit, then you have to pitch your ID. And
to you so that you
yeah, I
can
think in the first place to me.
Yeah,
I guess
that-
you'll have to write something, and from all the groups, a couple are chosen to have the extension kits.
Okay.
So if you think you are going to need that, then you need also to prepare for a good pitch.
Okay. Then, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, the concepts. We all made 2 concepts per person. At least we gave them all the access to do that. Yeah, I think we can discuss it now shortly. Don't make it too extensive. That's not the time we have. So, what I did, I made 2 concepts. One is like a triangled car that's just remote controlled with 2 engines in the back and ping pong ball on top. Not that special. The second one is more like how 3D printer works with 2 axes and the motor that's moving around the whole plate. And more like a 3D printer frame with an X axis and a Y axis, and then motors that controlling the position of the ball.
okay.
And those were my 2 concepts. No, don't know what your concepts are, Nancy?
Oh, mine is actually goes with the Mars robot thingy.
Yeah.
No.
Rover, Mars rover.
Yeah, the one with the slats are high. I don't
Well,
know.
we already discussed about that.
Yeah,
like,
we
yeah.
already did
Yeah.
that.
That
I
was the
saw
concept
picture
we
that in my mind.
were discussing in the PRS meeting, right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I mentioned what non-slippery surface, because I was still imagining that robot. That's my concept in my head.
So I have basically one concept that's, I have 2, but basically one concept. The triangle robot, that's the front part of the robot. That's the cup hold. That's 2 servo motors and wheels, obviously, and this thing from Mindstorm again.
Yeah.
Third point. Yeah, and that's cargo hold, and everything is located or under the triangle base, or on the top of it, and under the cup hold. So I think that's the easiest construction, and really, like we can trust this construction. I don't remember the word correctly, but we can trust this construction.
Yeah, as long
Or-
as it's like solid.
Yeah, triangle is the solid,
Yeah.
most solid
Yeah,
figure out of all, so kind of solid. Yeah, and or the caterpillar tank with 2
Yeah.
caterpillars
Yeah, I was
and
thinking about that one.
square construction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
But the caterpillar tank won't be fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
first
exactly.
one, my first one was the rover, and the second one was Cairo Boy. But then we can open the front part of him with the ball. in.
Oh,
Just
that's
like-
why you
like
mentioned
this
hands.
hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
Can you explain it again? I didn't get it.
this. The first concept
Yeah.
was a rover,
Mhm.
just like the Mars rover that she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, okay.
And the second one,
Oh, yeah.
the second one was Cairo Boy,
Okay.
where you can open the front part of his body for a cargo hold or hold thing, so you can put the ball in.
Yeah. Oh. Mine was the squared caterpillar, but I didn't like overthink about the speed, so that it would be like safer for the ball to be in. But since we're thinking about putting a sort of cup, I think we can make it speed
Yeah, we can.
faster.
We even can make cup closed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Starbucks-ish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then, your concept. Okay, then the discussion point, right? Role changing. So Mrs. Klaas said in the PRS lesson that it was required, or that they liked to have the roles changing over the meeting, and yeah, because we haven't really said something about it last meeting, I think we should say something about it this meeting. And I think it's good to have it rotating, and that the minute taker is going to be the chairman and someone else is going to be the minute taker, because minute taker makes minutes, knows better what should have been done than other people. He has a better overview on it. So I guess that's a good thing, and it will make it easier to make the agenda. So the next meeting, Hint will be chairman, someone else will be minute taker, and
Someone
can
else
do it.
be
yeah.
project man.
Is that role changing? Is that required or liked?
It was not clear.
Yeah, it was.
But I believe that, like, I agree with Kun, because I understand that we chose these roles according to what are like our
Yeah.
talents.
Yeah, and we should all learn the
But-
rules.
Yeah, but like we should like get some kind of experience,
Mhm.
and unless we don't try something else, we won't understand if we're like really good at it or not. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so who wants to be the next minute taker?
I mean, we can
I
just
can-
make a box with 5.
Yeah, but
Well,
I-
everyone should be, so
Yeah,
yeah.
we just like
Yeah.
our position right now. Let's keep it like
Because
this.
if you
I'm
do
gonna
it
be a
like-
chairman.
Okay.
He can
Then
Then
also,
you can
he
be a
can be the
team
next year.
member.
Yes.
Then you're gonna
Yeah.
be the project manager. You're gonna be a team member, and you're gonna be a minute taker. Okay, and then we keep like going
Right.
around so that everyone does something.
Okay, so.
You're gonna be a team member.
Yeah.
You're gonna be project manager. Project manager.
Yeah, it's
We are moving like this or like this?
Like this.
this.
So.
Like a clock.
And she's gonna be chairman. I'm gonna be.
No.
No, I'm gonna be chairman. He's gonna be team member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, got it?
Okay.
Okay.
Is that clear for everyone?
Yep.
Anyone? Okay. Then the new to-dos. Well, the list should be finished in a whole, the state of requirements, state of user requirements. Again, the timesheet and evaluation, same as last week. Assignment 4.1. Put it on the agenda last Friday. There might be a good reason for that. I'm not sure what it was.
That's by qualities.
Oh yeah, it was in the
Oh,
book.
yeah, it was in progress.
That was it. Yeah, it wasn't clear what to do about it, and it's still unclear to me what to do about with that. So
Sorry, what?
there's an exercise 4.1, and the student reader says that we should do it for next week.
Yeah, for
Oh,
week
okay.
4. For this week, we had to do 3.2 and discuss it. We
User
discussed it
and
already.
statement requirements, right?
Sorry?
User and statement requirements.
And
Also,
also
the
this one.
checklist, team qualities, and pitfalls.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Before you can read.
Okay.
yeah, we can like discuss it. Compare them, yeah. Once the meeting is done.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. So we should just fill it in, I guess.
Yeah, but it's for next week.
Yeah, it's for next week, so we can discuss it somewhere next week.
Yeah, we can do it in the coming week.
Yeah.
For the have it ready
Yeah.
for the tutor meeting.
Yeah. Record final concepts, I don't think that's on the order now because that's really something for next week to discuss about. The concept should, what I read in the weekly briefing was that we should make the concepts just after this meeting this week, so we're a bit ahead. And yeah, you can make concepts, we can make the concepts more. What we can do is we have like 3 real new concepts. That's the triangled car,
Yeah.
the Mars rover with the conveyor belts, and the 3D printing thing. We can work that out if we want, but that will be, yeah.
First of all, we need to sort out, is it possible to make a remote control?
Yeah.
Indeed. So I guess
That's
if we
why
just make sure we take the materials,
first.
and if we have them next week, we can also decide what to do, what to choose, and what to make better. So, yeah. Who's going to finalize the statement of requirements? I guess Hint has nearly done that.
Yeah, I already done it.
That's
I think
already
I'm gonna
done.
send it in the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that enough to
Not sure.
finalize it, or maybe you should
Yeah, I think
have
we'll
another
first-
moment together to?
Yeah, we have to like discuss it another time because there are more than 10.
But I think
Yeah, also
And
that
they're
can also.
also a little confusing because some of them are with the remote control, some of them are not. So first we decide.
Okay, we
What
need
we
to
want to do.
we need to sit together to finish the statement of requirements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
or first
Yeah.
we should take the materials.
Right now. Can we do it right now? It's like
We can do it
Yeah,
after-
after the meeting.
After the meeting, because the
Yeah.
meeting is not very long anymore. So all should finish the statement of requirements. Let's do that. Tomorrow after mathematics.
Do we have to take the materials
Well,
first?
We
it would
can-
be better for me if we did it like right after the meeting.
Okay, we
Because
can-
I have to send the minutes within 24 hours.
Yeah, but statement of yeah, we can do that. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, we
fine.
can do it, yeah.
Okay, then we do that after the meeting. Fine. Then the timesheet and evaluation that was.
Individual.
Oh yeah, that's the individual thing.
Mhm.
4.1.
You received them all, right?
Yes, I didn't check if I had them all, but I'm going to do that still.
Do you want to? We need to upload it.
But we already asked.
Yeah, I think you should
Both.
upload it also to the Not School thing. I don't have access yet because I don't have an account.
So till the time, just mail.
Yeah, the email and put it in the net because
Okay.
at least you've got it all in one place then.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are going to have to do that later, then it might be a bit messy. So just every week, both in email and in the Not
Okay.
School.
We have to do that again for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, every week. Yeah.
Every week at the
You
end
can
of
just
the week.
put like folder per week.
So some 4.1 was just doing it somewhere next week and discuss it before the meeting. So yeah, when do we want to do that?
At the next project meeting next week. Just the first.
The next PRG0 workshop, I guess then.
Yeah,
Okay, we can
that's
do it.
tomorrow, or we can do it next week,
Next week. Because tomorrow is really. Yeah.
Monday, and
Monday.
next week, Monday.
Let's do it tomorrow.
We won't have like some classes, so we can use it.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
can spend more time on
We
project
Yeah.
zero.
have some classes.
Okay. Record final concept is skipped, and someone should pick up the materials.
Yeah.
We can store them here, right? Or not?
No, you have,
No.
yeah, you have to store them in 051 after
yeah,
you.
Okay,
like
yeah.
a locker or
But
something.
first we have to go collect the keys, but we have to pay
The
The
before.
deposit.
Yeah, we have to pay the deposit.
okay. Who's going to pay the deposit? I can pay it if you want. Yeah. I guess you're old and good enough to just keep it
Yeah.
in one piece. So then it doesn't we don't really need to
Yeah.
split it and then send it back together. I think that's a bit messy.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we each give you 20.
No, I just
No,
pay
he means
100 and I
yeah.
get 100 back.
Unless we do something and
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
we
then
can
we should
get-
split again, but
Pretty sure we're responsible enough.
yeah. Planning, Andrew, you made a planning, right?
Work planning?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That was, I made it a long time ago.
Yeah. Can you put it on the screen?
Sure.
It's on this side.
Yeah, so that's our working plan. First model of it, because we didn't know a lot of aspects for that time. But we can skip, I guess, week 1, because we already discussed everything. And yeah, now that's about
Week 3.
week 2 and week 3. Start of Darwin, we decided to call our robot Darwin. Devising. First of all, that's basic modeling of 3D version of Darwin, then designing of.
I honestly don't think we need to model it in software.
Yeah, true. So we can skip this part
Yeah,
too,
we can
because we
skip
have.
the 3D
Yeah,
part.
The material.
we thought we.
We didn't know yet.
Yeah,
how
we didn't
it
know
is.
that
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
true.
work with Tetrix Max,
Yeah.
so yeah, we skip design of Darwin, modeling of Darwin. Finding the program examples, that depends on remote controlled or non-remote
Yeah.
controlled program.
Yeah.
If remote controlled, then
And
program
software
kinda
sheets.
easy. Yeah, software won't be that hard. Next workshop is the construction of the frame. After that, we immediately gonna choose the model of the robot, all the statements of requirements. Yeah, and programming of movement, basic ones. Again, depends on remote control. Not remote control. Fixing the frame, keep on programming, rounding the work of the week. Yeah, that just
Yeah.
keep on going. The same as week 3 till week 4. We are just devising. We are polishing the robot. We are making improvements, both from the side of the program and both on the side of the hardware. Yeah. Yeah, and as I understood, we need to change our roles. So
We already did.
we already did. So the roles of some parts, as you can see, there's A, C, Z, A, B. That's our initials. We're gonna change responsibilities because that's required.
I don't think it's that
I mean, we can.
different in building the robot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're just.
While building the robot, we can keep our first roles.
Yeah.
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 Because, for example, he's gonna be in charge of.
Yeah, because eventually
Playing.
we're still gonna come back to the same roles after we keep.
Yeah, it's just a meeting and everyone should.
Yeah, and also after third week, on week 3, on week 4, we're gonna test the robot. Like till the week 4, we need to create the robot, to program it, and then testing, some improvements, maybe if needed. Yeah, week 5 is rounding off final tests. Yeah, and that's it. Week 7 or now.
Week 6 it has to be ready, and the week 7 we have to do the presentation.
Yeah, week 7 we have to do the presentation, and I think we are number 1.
Okay.
Might be wise to create some kind of, I would do it really basic graph of the timeline.
Oh,
And,
graph of time.
because the most important things is the question is there any correlation between activities. So if you have one task that has to be completed before you can start another, then that's a risk. So if there is that dependency and you slip in the first task, then you automatically slip in the second. And that's something that you could easily see if you put it in like
You mean both programming and constructing the robot at the same time?
Yeah, let's assume that you cannot do any programming until you have finished the mechanics and the electrics. Then there is a dependency. So if your mechanical part fails,
Then
then
software
the others
fails.
don't have work. So your project slips massively.
Yeah, true.
That's
Everything.
that's nice to have an overview, at least that you're aware of those dependencies, of those points where it can easily go quite wrong.
Yeah, also true. But as some teachers mentioned as some teachers mentioned, that's important to have a parallel work. Of course,
Yes.
first of all,
Yeah.
we need to create robot, the base
Yes.
of the robot, and then program it. But we still need to, we should take into consideration that we can both improve programming part and technical part at the same time, if needed, of course. So yeah, first of all, we are creating the
Yeah.
base of robot, then program it and
We
improvements at the same time.
justify the work in us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then evaluation. How do you guys think this meeting?
Feedback.
Well,
Feedback.
Yeah, well, definitely put it in the first one, because the first we were a bit nervous, I think, because it's our first real meeting, except of the Kun. We had a lot of meetings, I think. Yeah, that went good.
Yeah, actually better than the last one.
Yeah, because now we know.
We know.
how-
We know what to
how-
do,
What
how
to-
to do,
yeah.
when to do. We
Yeah.
have more information, that is why we are more solid. Yeah, our thoughts more solid.
And more things to talk about.
Yeah, true.
The only thing is we should have done the statement of requirements
Before the meeting.
before the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah. That.
Yeah, it's just really annoying that the weekly briefing is after
Yeah,
this meeting. It should be sent
before.
before, so we can manage to plan about things.
Yeah, totally agree.
Because it's not doable. Because we heard like Monday, oh yeah, at the meeting at in this case it was
You
Thursday,
should.
but people are having meetings on Tuesdays. Yeah, you should also do that, and that. Oh yeah, we didn't mention it yet.
Yeah. That's,
Whoops.
We didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, and
See?
it still happens that like
Yeah.
every time. Yeah.
And so that's really annoying because we can't make proper
A proper
appointments
schedule.
in the meeting
Yeah.
because the weekly briefing is like messing it up anyway.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, but you can correct your agenda on
Yeah.
Monday, I guess. So the time frame Monday and then Thursday the meeting
Yeah,
is
in this case
is good.
it was doable
Yeah.
if we managed if we did it, but yeah, it's annoying.
That and
But that's not about
Yeah.
us, that's about
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's the statement and requirements and the comparing the exercise 3.2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should also do that.
yeah, okay.
That was a kind of questionnaire, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had to
That
give
was-
score from different. They ask
Yeah.
questions and you should say if you agree or don't agree by giving scores. So yeah, you should also do that after this meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I guess we're done. You'll receive the minutes within 24 hours. As
And
already.
the
Yeah.
invitation for the next
The
meeting.
meeting.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Comments? Any comments you want
Yeah.
No,
Any comments from you?
I don't think I have. Yeah, well,
Is
we
the-
should have discussed that questionnaire, but yeah, okay, we had already taken the full meeting for other stuff, so
Yeah.
and anyway, you didn't prepare for it. So maybe in the next meeting, then,
Yeah, if we just do
if
next
you,
meeting, then make it a bit
Yeah.
quicker. Yeah.
That's,
Is the contract okay?
yeah, it is. I think it is.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Broad feast, everyone.
Okay. Then see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
Next week.
We can stay here.
Can we stay here?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Okay. Where
Oh,
will the
that's-
other group have their meeting? Not here?
Can you check? Mr. Gay.
My
I
next
think we
meeting
can-
isn't here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay then.
Then if all of you are set.
I think you
Is
can also
someone
stop
calling
your
for-
recording, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.